Hello, everybody. I am Sharon Campbell, your host today on Wednesday afternoon with a Plan to Prosper show. Wasn't that some great music? Getting you in the groove for what a great afternoon we are going to have. Today we have a fabulous, fantastic speaker. Her name is Sharon Leaf. She is with 259 Mobile Media. And Sharon is going to share with you how to take your company to the next level, branding it in the social media, showing you the best tips of the trade, the best skills, the best strategies. So grab the pen and your laptop. Hold on. We have Sharon Leaf on the stage now. Come on up, Sharon. Hey, Sharon, how
Hello.
you doing?
Hello, Sharon. Hello. Thank you for this amazing opportunity. I'm so happy to be here this evening.
No, thank you. Thank you for being here. So tell us about your company.
259 Mobile Media is a mobile marketing, digital advertising, and video production company. I specialize in mobile app development, digital coupon marketing that is new proprietary software that is going to help people who do offers connect with their customers and keep their existing customers returning more frequently. I have been in the um, video production space for about 7 years, and I love that. That's my passion, and I use a lot of cutting edge technology to stay ahead of my competition, and I pass that on to my clients.
Wow. You said cutting edge. You know what that means? The
Huh?
latest, the best. You said cutting edge?
Cutting edge technology, yes.
Fine. Tell us about this cutting edge technology.
I I've always been called Mrs. Gadget way back from my military days because I just love technology and all the different special things that certain pieces can do. Some of the technology that I do with my video production is interactive videos, which is pretty new. I've been dealing with it for a few years, but what it in a nutshell is you're watching a video on your computer screen or on your mobile device, and now you have the ability to click on that video. You don't even need to be on a website. You can be in that video and make a purchase. Someone, say for instance, someone doing the 360, like the 360 degrees that most people are familiar with the real estate industry doing. Imagine
Yeah.
that you have a boutique or you have a business. I would go in there with the video camera and scan all the way around. And then later in my editing, you would be able to watch a video, guide somebody like you're doing, like I'm doing now. I can guide you doing a zoom in the video. You can purchase products on the video and have them delivered however they want to do it, have it delivered to your house. So that's
Sharon,
just
you better than Amazon.
I am not I, but the Lord, I know he's putting big things in front of me to be a billion-dollar company. I have
am
big
glad I
goals.
know you. I am on your wings because I'm going to learn how to what? Put that on my computer. And do you teach classes on showing people how to do that?
Yes, ma'am. I actually have been in a soft launch since last year, and towards the end of this month, I'm doing my grand opening at a retail and business development center where I have taught before. So around April of this year, I will be launching Work with Sharon Lee Rocks dot Work with Sharon Lee Rocks 2.0. So it's going up another notch, and I will be teaching women how to use video and mobile strategies, software, how to brand, how to connect with their customers, how to get awareness, brand awareness, lead generation, how to do lead generation, sustainability, because we don't want to just click what is a trend. We want sustainability to last the long haul and keep going, rising up and up more and more, staying ahead of our competition and bringing in, making a substantial ROI on our, return on our investment. And the last portion of the 5 areas that I focus in on is on-demand revenue. What I mean by on-demand.
Don't talk about it. Wait a minute, Sharon. Wait a minute. Don't talk about it because I want to get mine first. Are you going to tell the other 1 billion people how to do that? I'm signing up first.
Yes, okay. I will be teaching all of that. Yes, ma'am. Okay. In April, look forward. On-demand revenue. Yes, ma'am.
On-demand revenue.
On-demand revenue.
Okay, I like that. I love that, Sharon. On-demand revenue. 2022 is getting ready to be sweet. At Sharon Campbell, Plan to Prosper with Sharon Lee. So Sharon, so often we have startup businesses, and then we have them that 5 to 10 year, and then we have plus. What can you tell those groups out there? Because each one of their branding is different and their needs are, but you have something for each one of them. So start with the startup and help us and walk us through why it's important to pay for branding, what are you doing, and how you want to get there.
That is an excellent question, and I use myself as an example. I always want to help other business women because we all have to start somewhere. But unfortunately, we don't invest in ourselves. We don't invest in our companies. We don't take the money, a small portion that we make, and pour it back into not only our companies, but also into our personal growth and development. So I have in my training and my teaching, I focus on teaching the women why you need to invest in yourself, why you need to reinvest into your company, because otherwise you'll just stay at that plateau. You won't see significant growth. And unfortunately, people, they will get frustrated and they have a good business, but because you don't invest in yourself, and it's fine to start out with, the freebies and everything, get your feet wet, learn that, and then go to the next level. Because when you invest in yourself, you're able to get that next level of clients and customers.
Wow, that is powerful. I have noticed so often startups and then they in their third or fourth year, they still doing the same clip art or same videos. They haven't grown, and they often ask when they come to me for coaching is, "Can you help me?" And the first thing I look at is you have not invested in learning how to market yourself or brand yourself different. When you, as a coach yourself, and I know you offer coaching and you provide coaching, talk to us about your coaching services that you offer.
The coaching services also ties into the last question that you asked me,
Mhm.
because it's like I say, it's so many different softwares and resources that you can use, but you don't want to stay at that same level. For instance,
Okay.
I have a awesome student that I just finished training, and we worked on Canva.
Okay.
You don't need to always go out and pay high dollar when you're first
Hmm.
starting out. And even if you're medium, you can still use those, but you have to know how to use them. You have to know what um, that software can do for you. Because just
Okay.
knowing the basics is not going, your brand will reflect that. You don't
Okay.
want your brand to reflect uh, the stick person. You know, when you're drawing and you make illustrations and you're using the stick person,
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
want a full 3D visual of what
Hmm.
your brand is. So coming out the gate is fine, but you have to learn. Everyone loves that one software, but there's
Okay.
so much you can do with that software to make it look like you're paying high dollar in your videos, in your branding. So that's what my
Wow.
coaching does. My coaching helps you set yourself up to look more professional, more powerful, and that you paying people to do this, but I'm teaching you how to do it.
Well, you don't want audience. I can tell you, I am one of Sharon Lee's students. I love it. The one-on-one attention that she provides to you. The fact that you lead with a product for your company. That's the most important thing. This company, 259, I love that number. It provides you with hands on experience. When you walk away, you are you have what you came there for. So if you're working on something you just can't get it, sign up for one of her classes. Bring your product there. Whether there's 5 people in the class, two, one. This company, Sharon Leaves 259, they will make it right. And how I know that, if you stick with the show for the next 20 minutes, you're going to see what she taught me, how to make an ending for my show. And I enjoyed it. Now, one thing she's taught me also is don't stay up all night long trying to perfect it. You do have to go to sleep. But you know what we do when we learn something new like a child, we want to play with it all the time. So, Sharon, I want you to tell the audience how to reach you and then how to sign up for some of those classes.
You can reach me by going to 259mobilemedia.com. That's my website, and it has everything listed on there. I'm
Mhm.
on Facebook and
Okay.
LinkedIn. Um, and my phone number is 316-869-5252. And if I don't answer, leave a message. I'll be sure to get back to you because I'm here to help.
But a great thing about Sharon Leaf Company 259 Mobile Media is this here. You could be anywhere on the global market and you'll have the ability to tap in to her services, her training, and watch your company grow. For startups and small businesses, I am going to say to you, oh, yes, you may say, I know how to get on camera, but can you make it dance? Can you make it holler? How much time you're going to spend trying to learn something? You can go to a subject matter expert and they can teach you quickly. Too often, we as business owners try to learn everything. We become entrepreneurs. I. And we never get the opportunity to grow and thrive in our business. And that's why the brand. Because so often you may think your brand looks fantastic, but you need a subject matter expert like 259 to talk about your brand, your color scheme, and why you should use different fonts and why you should not use different fonts. Why you have not having too many things sliding all over the place, jumping all over the place. Sharon, please tell us about them websites, everything jumping, sliding, moving. What did that say?
What you don't want to do is do that. Have so much going on that you don't have a focal point. You have to have one main. What is your message going to be? And I get excited too sometimes. I'm like, oh, I want to put this here and I want to add that. And the bells and whistles are nice, but we have to stay committed to the main message of that video or that ad or whatever you're doing. You don't want to have, because you want people, you say a 30-second video. 30 seconds, if you have a lot of, you don't want too many words there, but you want to give people time to read what you have. So if you have a lot of flashing things over here or dancing over, it's very distractive. So make sure whatever animations you want, make sure it's one and it doesn't continue to distract from the main message that you're trying to convey, because you want people to get that message and not be so focused on the animations. Make
You know what?
sense?
That's a great point. Focus on the message and not the animation.
Yes.
Great point.
Yes.
Great point. I know that I was looking at someone's website a couple years ago, and they had and their after school program. They had gospel music playing. They had stuff sliding all over the place. And I'm saying, I thought you was an after school program. I didn't know if I was in church or I was getting ready to go to a party with all these things busted all over the place. And they thought it was fantastic. And I'm like, I came away with, what in the world was that? And so we, and I'm like I said, we sometimes need to have a subject matter expert like yourself look at that and be able to receive. You have 365 days out the year. You can use all of that, but you can't use it all in one time. That's what I said. I like, okay, you can't do it all in one setting and stuff. And so when you're thinking about this, Sharon, when you're looking at picking the right um, scripts of writing, how do you go by doing that? They have so many. So how do you choose? Do you put 5 on the same page, 3 on? How do you choose that?
How I try and teach is I try and let my clients know, again, what is the main message that you're trying to get out. A
Okay.
lot of times we have a lot of information that we want to give to the person, but we don't also want to overwhelm them.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes a couple of rewrites. This sounds good, because sometimes I go through that as well. I'm like, oh, this is what, and then after I look at the whole thing, I'm like, no, 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 that's not right. So you have to make sure that you streamline that information. And what you would be able to do is, and I'll teach this as well, is do drip information, where you want to drip the information to them. You The
Okay.
very first thing is bam, you got their attention. They're interested, they're leaning in to know what it is that you're offering. So you
Mm-hmm.
got their information. So the next thing you want to do in your next ad is you want to add on to it. So you're
Okay.
building the anticipation. So when you get to that end point, they're so leaned in, and you've given so many bits and pieces, small bites, not,
Mm-hmm.
how they say, eat the elephant, the small bites.
Yes. Yes.
then then that way you're getting their interest, you're piquing their interest. They're ready for the grand finale. And by the
Okay.
time by the time you finish that drip, they're ready, almost pretty much 99% of the time, I want to say. They're ready to purchase or
Oh,
do whatever that campaign is that you're conveying to your audience.
thank you for that detailed description. So let's shift now to flyers. I've seen so many flyers, and I myself is the main one. And you taught me why you have that landscape. Where you think you're going? The portrait. And then whenever you show me how to flip it, I'm just like, why did I know that in the beginning? So give us some strategies for flyers whenever we try to put everything on the flyer.
That leads back to what I just almost talked about, but you have to look at what social media platform you're going to post on, because we
Okay.
know um, Facebook cover is more of what is this, rectangle. Then you have the square, and then
Mm-hmm.
so you can use the same information, but the if you're going to do a flyer, then you definitely want to do vertical,
Okay.
because that way it stretches out the information. You have more real estate, and it looks a lot cleaner and a lot more efficient. That's the word I'm looking for.
And professional.
And professional. Got to be professional.
It does. And not you, what you taught me was color. Tell us about how you looking at color.
The color needs to also match with the theme and the message.
Okay.
Sometimes color can be distracting.
Okay.
What you can do, and I teach in my classes, is you can put um, an image behind it, a nice image behind it, and then take the editing and make it transparent where it blends in the background. So it's not way
Oh,
up here, but you
okay.
can still see it, but it's back in the background.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
it makes it more professional and clean.
Most important thing. So let's shift to these long, drawn out videos. Help us understand about what is a good video to open up, how many seconds, when to close, especially for a show like myself. So take our show, Plan to Prosper show. What do you see as a good video for closing and opening? Do I need to do 45 seconds? Do I need to do a minute and 20 seconds? What? Help me understand that.
For the opening, you want to keep it short, sweet, and
Okay.
concise.
Okay.
On the ending, that's when you can make it a little bit longer, because
Okay.
you've already got everybody's in, they've already tuned in. So
Okay.
now you want to take that and drip out your information and let them know,
Okay.
hey, this is what we have going on. This is what we do every week. This here, so you can draw the ending out a little longer, but
Okay.
keep it still I would say maybe, depending on how much information, maybe 6 seconds between each slide, because you
Okay.
don't want the information out there so long that they're like, okay, that's the end. And so now that's the end. They done tuned off and you haven't even gotten to your next, piece of information. So I would say at least 6 seconds. Make sure it's not so much information that is overwhelming. Remember the
Mhm.
bits, the small bites, and keep their interest.
Keep the interest. Oh, thank you. That makes a difference. Now, they have all this stuff about how to post from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter. Everybody is asking for different ways of posting and generating that. Now, if they say Instagram is the place to be, you've got to be on Instagram, but we want you to play it. Now, are you saying we can make videos and place it on Instagram and make them fun, interactive, and get people to act and do something?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Instagram has actually, Facebook bought Instagram some time ago, so it's easier to cross post. So if you post
Okay.
on one, it's easier to post on the other one. Um,
Okay.
you can make videos, short videos with Instagram to grab attention and to let people,
Mm-hmm.
give them a call to action.
Mm-hmm.
You also, what I teach is, I'm just going to add this too. You want to make sure you are on the right platform for your audience. So
Okay.
you have to know what audience is on each platform. So you don't want to be, whoever your target market is, you don't want to be over here trying to market to them where the majority of them are on this platform over here. So that's part
Mm-hmm.
of my strategy, is to make sure that you're on the right platform for who you're trying to target to.
And we learn all of this in your classes, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
I
all your
drip it
classes.
out. I do online classes and I do local classes here, but I do also do online classes. I will be doing memberships. So the membership will have 3 different tiers, and you can have. I will be. Don't want to put this out here. I will be doing basic classes where you can get the basics for
Okay,
free.
good. Okay.
And then as you want to advance, then we'll go ahead and go to the next tier level of membership. But
Now,
the
I
main
read
focus.
something about an ebook. I read something about you're going to be doing some ebooks. What is that about?
Yes, ma'am. That is I'm in the process of finishing up my ebook, and that will
Okay.
have a lot of resources in there. Resources of the different platforms, informational purposes,
Mm-hmm.
different
Mm-hmm.
softwares, what software to start out with for free, what, and the next level of that software. So
Okay.
the ebook should be ready close to when I launch, because the coaching portion, because I want that to be, I'm gonna have a free version of the first ebook so people
Mm-hmm.
can get a feel of what I'm doing,
Okay.
grab their attention. Oh, she know what she's talking about. So when the next ebook comes out, they'll say, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Wow. And we can get all of this off your website, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I
Okay.
have
Okay.
everything on the website,
Okay.
259mobilemedia.com.
Okay. And I can start looking for that by the end of this month. You have all of this out ready to go by the end of this month.
The website
Very
is up
good.
right now. We just got to do some color changes and stuff like that. But yes, the website will be up, very, very before the end of, Oh, we're already in February. I done forgot where I was at.
That's how it is when you're out there making it. You making changes. Your time will surely slip by.
Yes, yes. So we will be by the it was planned to be up and running by the end of this week, the first week
Oh, okay.
in February.
Wow. Now when you start, and I like what you talk about, how you decide to do a soft launch. If I am a company and I'm like, I want to launch something, what is your process that you thought about as you thought about doing a soft launch that you could share with the audience?
The main purpose of a soft launch is kind of like testing the waters.
Mhm.
Testing the waters, getting yourself out there, getting your brand recognized with the awareness and everything. So now
Mhm.
you're that's to also build up your clientele and your customers, but mainly get your brand awareness out there.
Oh,
So
okay.
so that's what the soft launch was. And
Mhm.
now I'm prepared for my grand opening where I'll be full-fledged.
Because what I hear you say, test the market, make sure that you have a product and service that the market is willing to pay for before you just put it out there and you be like, well, why ain't someone come? Because you didn't test the market and you didn't tweak your
Right.
product to make sure that there's a market for what you have. That's one thing I found
Correct.
out. And so for the audience tonight, give them at least 5 key strategies that you think they would can go look at their computer and start thinking how I could do this better as Brandon. So, and give me an action statement to say, okay, I need to call Sharon. I saw my computer. Can she do an audit? Can she do an audit on all my social medias?
Okay. So with that being said, the audits, um, that is how I do my audits. Everyone does their audits differently. But
Mhm.
what we do with our audits, we call them a deep, oh Lord, hold on a minute.
A deep
we
dive.
we do we do a deep dive that goes into that it scans the whole entire internet,
Wow.
and it looks at, and you get a report, and it looks at your
Mhm.
social media, it
Mhm.
looks at your website, it even tells you how accessible your website is. Now here lately, because I used to build websites, you need to not only have that um, the cookies and the legal portion of the I think it's GDR,
Uh-huh.
GDPR. But now people are scouring the internet to see if your website is accessible to the disabled people. Are your fonts okay? Um, are yes, that just came out not too long ago. So
Okay.
we do that in our auditing. um, we look at your it'll pick up your competition,
Mhm.
and it also will give you guidance on what it is that your strengths are, your medium portions, and your weaknesses. So we look at the whole thing, and then we give the report to you, and then we'll do a small consultation and let you make the decision on how you want to move forward. All I can do is place that in front of you and give you guidance. But a lot of people are not aware of this new piece of the accessibility to the disabled.
Wow. You know what? Because they spend money just like everyone else. They are on the website, on the internet, they're doing the same thing. That is a market for people to start thinking about how do they receive information and how you can be a big part of that. And with Sharon Leaf 259 Mobile Media, they could come in and do a audit. I call it a branding audit because if you go in and you look at that and I'm branded wrong and you're like, do you know what these colors really mean? And you got too many dark colors and you want to know people won't stay, or you got too many soft colors and why people don't stay, everything. And what does your color mean? And then taking that information and building a um a strategy behind how to fix that. And it's not overnight. It's not overnight.
No, no,
How do
it's
you
not.
help clients realize it's not instant? Right now, everybody think it's instant. I put my website out there, I'm instantly going to get some clients. I post on Facebook, I'm instantly going to help our clients understand how branding and instant work.
They don't work together. If we want to be realistic about things,
Mhm.
yes, we all want to be instant, but just like baking a cake, you don't bake a cake in a microwave. You pop popcorn in a microwave. We don't want we don't want microwave, because back in the day we had to put the oil in the bottom of the skillet. We had to heat that skillet up.
Mhm.
Then we put the butter in there and the salt, and then we let it pop like that. And you get
Mhm.
to taste the butter and the salt.
Ooh.
You know, when you bake a cake, you don't bake a cake in a microwave. You have to put all the ingredients in there. You got to mix it up. You got to set the temperature of the oven. Then you got to
Mhm.
put it in the oven and let it bake.
Mhm.
Let all the ingredients come together. Let it bake. So when you pull it out, you have a beautiful cake. All
Mhm.
you have to do is put some icing on it, slice it up with some ice cream. Oh yes. We
Okay.
you don't want to do fast, you don't want to do instant, because
Mhm.
what you want to do is take time to get your message out there, so that who you're branding and marketing to get to know you. You have to have a relationship with who you are marketing to. It's so very important to build a relationship versus then to just get out there, because you throw it out there, don't nobody know who you are, what you're doing, what you're about, how long you've been doing it. No, you know, we want to know who you are, what you're doing,
Mhm.
how long you've been doing it.
Okay.
Let me see what you've been doing. So it all takes time. It all takes time. It sounds wonderful to say I have a business, but having a business is very important, but you're going to put some time and some work in. And you must invest in yourself and your business to be sustainable. That's the other portion that I teach, sustainability.
Wow. Now give the audience again for the end of the show all your courses, how to reach you, especially that sustainability. And I love when you say you're going to do an audit on your business, so we can get this down. So everyone, grab your pen, get your laptop out, whatever you need, and let's make sure we have what Sharon Leaf is offering. And then at the end of the show, you're going to see some work that she have helped me put together. It may not be perfect, y'all. I'm in class learning for the very best. That's Sharon Leaf. So go ahead and tell us your classes and everything you offer.
Well, first of all, I just want to say it was a joy when we were working together, and I know it's not going to be the last time. It was
No,
such a
no, no.
joy, and you were so excited. I was excited for you. And you did a marvelous job from where you started to when we finished that class. And it was just a 2-day class. She learned all that in 2 days. She actually did it in one, and I just looked over what she did the next day. So she learned it all in one day. So the
I was the one
coaching
that
will,
stayed up all night.
yes, we must get some sleep. But the coaching program will be launching in April of this month of this year, and it's good. The link will be on my website,
Okay.
259mobilemedia.com. The link will be there, but it's called Work with Sharon Lee Rocks 2.0.
Okay.
And we will be going over software. We will be going over strategies. We will be doing teaching how different blueprints on how to get things done.
Okay.
You will also get to look over my shoulder as I teach you step by step. There will be video tutorials. There will be paper, because I have to keep in mind some people are visual, some people like to read. So we will be going over connection, how to connect with your clients and customers. We'll be going over awareness, how to get out there. We'll be going over lead generation and the different ways to do lead generation. We will be going over sustainability, and we will be going over how to have on-demand revenue. Those are the 5 specific essential areas that I will be teaching on.
Well, we want to thank you so very much. We're looking forward for you to kick off your classes in this month. Make sure you visit her website, sign up, because you want your company to be the state of the art. You want people to say, yes, I want to do business with them. Yes, I want to grow my company to the next level. And then, yes, I want to invest in myself so I can get the clients that's looking for me. I thank you so very much, Sharon Lee, for joining us tonight. And on that
Thank
note,
you.
have a very good night, and we'll see you later. Take care,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
We'll see you back at 6:30 next Wednesday.